Everybody has time. You can do as much as humanly you can imagine. There's no really, like, just our reality is that we can only do this much. But really the reality is you can do a lot more if you understand how to orchestrate and delegate and automate. And so that was my real big kind of, I knew it, but I never, I guess it just clicked in my mind.
This is Vinny Chopra, Vinny Smile Chopra. Thank you for following me on social channels, listening to my podcast, YouTube channel, all the different channels, and also liking the podcast. Please give us a 5-star review, subscribe to it, share the content. My blogs are there. Please watch them too and read them. Also, YouTube channel, all the different ones. My Vinney and Beau show on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific every week. And also Abundance Mindset with Vinney and Walter Amarello on Thursday live. Please enjoy this show. Thanks again for everything. God bless you. Hi friends, this is Vinny Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinny, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back. Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening. 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My 3rd book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital, if you can't afford it. But I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education. Hi there, guys. Vinney and Beau show. Thanks for liking our show, and I hope you're following and sharing these great ideas we share. Beau and I have been very good friends for 7-8 years, and we've been doing this show, Vinney and Beau show, for about 4 years, maybe 3 to 4 years. And let's get into today's show. It's a great one. You would love it. Beau, brother, how are you?
I'm doing well, just staying very busy, which is good. And it was funny, I was on a group call with some other people that are franchise consultants. And I was going over, because we always report, because I'm a part of one of their groups that we track how many subscribers we're getting, because we're doing social media posts and stuff. And I was obviously the number one, because I do a lot of marketing. And one of the other ladies in the group said, I just don't have the time. And I stopped. I said, hold up, listen, I was thinking the same thing 2 weeks ago. I had the same internal conversation. And then I realized, you know what, if these guys that are running $100 million companies, $1 billion companies, multi-billion dollar companies, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. We all put our pants on the same way. That's such a limiting belief. Because I was feeling the same way. And then I was like, I need my VA, Jeff, to help me do this thing. And I met with Bill. Obviously, we work with Bill.
Yep.
And I was like, Bill, we're going to have to do a SOP to get Jeff to do all these things. And then I just said, you know what? I'm going to meet with Jeff. I'm going to have Jeff create the SOP. He's my virtual team member for people.
Yes.
I'm a big advocate of having virtual team members, and Jeff's been with me for many years. So I then gave Jeff the ball. And it opened up such a wide, wow, like, why didn't I do this 15 years ago?
Wait a minute. What was that idea? What was that revelation? Let's dig into that a little bit. Yeah.
Sure. So like, when your business is growing, you're going to have constraints and they're going to have bottlenecks. And that's where most people say, well, I'm tapping out because I don't have time. Everybody has time. Though you can do as much as humanly you can imagine. There's no really, like, just our reality is that we can only do this much. But really, the reality
Yeah.
is you can do a lot more if you understand how to orchestrate and delegate and automate. And so that was my real big kind of, I knew it, but I never, I guess it just clicked in my mind. And I'm like, you know what, Jeff, this is your job. This is what I want you to do. I don't need to create the SOP. You do. So when we hire a new virtual team member, everything is ready there and you're training them when you get promoted
Yeah.
again, because I just promoted them. And then all of a sudden I was like, do this. Now everything is starting to click. And I'm like, okay, I need to, now my 2 content editors and social media
Yes.
people, I'm going to do the same thing. Look, it's not always my idea to think of what creative art we need to do. If you want to be on my team and you want to be promoted, you need
Put
to
your
take,
efforts. Yeah.
yeah,
Bring your
yeah,
talents on the paper, on the graphics and everything. Give 4 choices. Then we could decide on one. And you're right. Yeah. And they know the avatar, what you're going after. They
yeah.
better know.
They've edited 1,000 videos now. They understand
Yeah.
my messaging. So I'm going to meet with
Yeah.
Nell, and I'm going to say, Nell, she's probably going to edit this video. Like, Nell, this is your baby now, not mine, right? Like, here
Exactly.
are some tools. Now, what I need to do as a good leader is show some tools and here's some ideas I had. And so it's as simple as going into it, the transcription of a podcast or a webinar, getting that transcription, and then putting a prompt in that says, look, take 3 or 4 of the top key points of this conversation and create a social media or create a reel around that. Now it gives you the whole, I did this prompt. I don't have the exact verbiage, but I did it yesterday when I was meeting with Bill just to prove the point. And it was like 3
It
great reels right there. So
just
like,
like that. Wow.
I'm going to create 1 or 2 pages, for example. I'm going to say, Nell, this is your project now. You need to go out and part of, like, when I was listening to one of my mentors in YouTube, his name is Evan Carmichael. He's got
Oh
like 3
yeah,
million.
he's one of the best. The
Yeah.
big following
And
on the YouTube and everything. Yeah.
yeah. And he told me I'm on his call every 2 weeks and it's great. I get to pick his brain. And he said, look, this is how I do it with he has 63 team members on his team. He's got a big team.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so because in order for you to grow, you can't be the only
Yeah.
person. Yes, AI can help and all this stuff, and you can have contract workers, but you need to scale. And then
Yeah.
on the franchise side, I'm like, you know what? I am having a huge bottleneck because I don't have the bandwidth to help everybody. So I'm brought in a new team member that's going to partner with me on getting people to the finish line on their franchise investments, like take him through the process. And he's actually super good at it. And now I can do what I do. I'll still be part of the deal, but he's going to help. And do I share
You
some of the,
hit the nail.
yeah,
You hit the nail. Many times, us CEOs, we feel, presidents or CEOs, founders, hey, I can do everything just better, best than everybody else, which is a myth. You don't have time. You don't have energy to prepare. And then when you do half-ass job, it doesn't work. So it's so great to get the team members who are specialists and it's their full-time job and they'll be able to do much, much better, 5 times better than what you and I can do. So this is so good point, what you just said. You got to give it freedom, accountability and delegation, I call it, right? You got to
yeah.
delegate, but keep them accountable. Yeah.
And so every team member you bring on will either buy back a bunch of time for you, or they're going to have
Yeah.
an ROI from a dollar standpoint. And basically everybody has a dollar standpoint. So I
Yeah.
think that every hire I hire from now on will have a 3 or 4x at least.
Yes.
And so why wouldn't I build the team now? Until at some point you might have 4 or 5 on your team, and that's good for 6 months or a year. And then you're like, okay, now I need somebody to fill this part. You have to be strategic. You don't want to hire a bunch of people and have a huge overhead, but you definitely need to you need to give people the opportunity to excel in your organization.
Yeah.
And if they do, and look, what I realize is I want them to feel a little pressure that the responsibility is on their shoulders. It's not on my shoulders to say, here's a video, go edit it. Now they're creative when they come to it, but no, you need to go in and look for these types of things, and the sky's the limit. Use your creativity. This is what I need. I need help here. We need to create more awesome content that gets people into our top of funnel, which
Yep.
then over time will bring in more revenue, which will help when you look for a raise down the road. Because if we're not making revenue, I can't give raises.
Exactly. What you did was their performance, their responsibility description, job description is tied with the vision of the whole company growing, what you're saying, which is exactly what the founders do and the CEOs do, so that everybody's working at optimum speed so that you could have revenues. It all boils down to revenues. It's revenues and expenses. Just those two things, and then the net profit, bottom line, quarterly, monthly, however you want to track it, and then give bonuses. Like in my company, I remember we used to give two bonuses a year, one in June, halfway, almost like 2 weeks of pay or something we used to give, and then we would give another 2 weeks of pay free as bonus end of November, because I wanted our team members to get for gifts and everything, and the family feeling good about it and so forth. You're so right. The vision, transferring of the vision is so important, Bo, right? And they need to be a part of it. They feel, hey, I'm not an employee. I'm not just somebody who shows up there and I work late at nighttime. VAs are usually working at night and things like that. So they need to feel a big, strong part. And then let's keep the KPIs, the key performance, indicators, because every week we need to have a good table where each of our team member kind of rates their performance at the end of the week. That might be something you want to. I know I have implemented earlier. I
I
should
actually
do
did
that
that.
again.
I did that, and they completed it one time. They didn't realize I wanted them to do it every Friday, so I have to go back when you're watching this now
Yeah.
because you're going to edit this.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me what you did each day. What I want at the end of the
No.
week. So what I said to them is, look, at least once a week, I want you to surprise me with a creative design when I'm talking about franchise or SBA, which are my two things that I help people with the most, right?
Yep.
Go find
Yep.
some good content out of the 1,700 videos we've already done, and
Yeah.
let's repurpose some of it. We have enough content to
For sure.
repurpose. Obviously, we're bringing in new content, but like this week, I didn't
Yeah.
have many new videos. So like we
Mm-hmm.
have to so as a good leader, I need to set the table and expectations.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
why most people fail. They'll get a virtual team member, but they don't give
Yeah.
good instruction in the beginning, and then they get frustrated. So as
So
leaders, we
true.
have to be good. As I build the team out, and even when
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing in this franchise consultant to work hand in hand with me, setting the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I realized, look, I know what I'm really good at doing, and that's getting on stage, doing virtual
Yep.
summits, bringing
Mm-hmm.
awareness, talking high level about how to do stuff that, yeah, people are like, sign me up, I want to buy. But now I'm putting the pieces in place with the franchise consultant that will be on my team that will help take the people to the start to finish, because I don't have enough bandwidth. And so I'm going to
I
keep plugging the
love that.
infrastructure. The foundation's
Mm-hmm.
built, very solid. Now keep on
Mm-hmm.
stacking. And now instead of doing the 2x4s, I'm doing 2x6s because they're sturdier and they're hurricane resistant. So my
Yeah.
house will be like bulletproof, right? Because I spent the time early on. But I wanted to get in today
Yeah.
on influencing human behavior. And
Ooh,
there's
ooh, ooh,
7
ooh.
principles, okay?
Yes.
And the 7 principles are reciprocity. People feel obligated to return favors or actions that others have done for them. When you
Mm-hmm.
give something, a favor, a gift, or a service, people are more likely to reciprocate. Number 2,
Yes. Yes.
commitment and consistency. Once people
Ah,
commit to something, even in small ways, they are more likely to follow through to stay consistent with their commitments. Public
mm-hmm.
commitments increase the likelihood of consistency. Guys, if you know these 7 principles, these are the most effective principles. These are from Dr. Cialdini. Okay. He's
Mm-hmm.
the foremost authority on persuasion and influence. Like, the guy has more accolades than anybody in this industry. If you haven't read his book, excuse me.
Say the name again. What was that? Dr.
Cialdini.
Spell it.
Cialdini.
Cialdini. Okay. Thank you.
Italian name.
Thank you.
Okay. Social proof. People tend to follow. Google his book Influence, Vinney. You'll be very impressed. This guy is awesome. Social proof. People tend to follow the actions of others, especially when they are uncertain. Showing that others are taking a particular action increases the likelihood that individuals will do the same. Number 4, authority. People are more likely to be influenced by individuals who are perceived as experts. Okay.
That's where the trouble is. Oh, I'm back.
Vinney, your camera's not on.
Oh, okay. It should be coming up, brother, anytime. Let's see. I can see myself.
He's
yeah.
coming back in.
Yeah, thank you.
Number 4 is authority. People are more likely to be influenced by individuals who are perceived as experts or authority figures. Credentials, titles, or even uniforms can increase persuasion by signaling authority.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, liking. People are more easily persuaded by others that they like or find attractive.
Yep.
Building rapport, finding common ground, and showing genuine interest can increase likability and in turn influence. Scarcity. When something is perceived as limited or rare, it becomes more desirable. People are motivated by fear of missing out. You hear about FOMO all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This can drive action based on perceived scarcity. Number 7, unity. This principle relates to shared identities. People are more likely to be influenced by those with whom they share a common bond, identity, or group affiliation, such as family, community, or culture. These principles form the foundation of effective influence strategies as outlined in the book Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. Guys, everything is about influence and persuasion if you really think about it. So whatever you're doing in that realm, it's very important to revisit these principles and understand how you can implement these into your core business and really study this. So just hope you enjoyed that. I don't know where Vinney is, but I will see you soon.
I'm right here, brother. Oh, you can't. Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.